Hi, this is Stefano from Mel365. Now, this video is about how to get from El Nido to Puerto Princesa. There are buses and vans that they leave almost every hour of the day, and I decided to go with a van, and we'll leave tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning. So let's check it out how it goes. It's at 6:30 in the morning. We were supposed to take the bus, the van, at 6:30 from our hotel. The reality is that everyone is moved to the van terminal, and as the van fill in, then they leave. So there is not really a timetable as every agency supposedly says, but it's really first in, first to go. And yeah, it's pretty confusing. Lots of people coming and going, so if you're early in the morning enough, you should be able to leave straight away. Later in the day, I reckon it's going to be a little bit more challenging. So the trick here is to wake up as early as you can, come to the van terminal and get your van. It's only 500 pesos to go to Puerto, so it's not too much considering that you pay 600 to go to, to a beach close to El Nido. The other option I forgot to mention, instead of getting a van, which is about 10 people, you can get what you see here on my back, a bus. The bus departs at every 2 hours, and what's the difference? The difference is that if you get a bus, you get more space, but it takes a little bit longer. It takes about 1 hour to 2 hours more. And if you consider that Puerto to El Nido is already 6 hours, it becomes really a long trip. With a van, instead, it's a bit quicker, but you're a little bit more squeezed in a van. So you don't have more space to stretch your legs. So if you're a tall person, then probably the bus is the solution. If you're not too tall, then the van is the place to be. It's also a little bit more dangerous, the van, because they really go fast. But besides that, I think the van is a good solution. And I am 1.80 m, which is 5'8", 5'9", and yeah, my legs are fine. Here we are between Puerto Princesa and El Nido, halfway through with the van. You see there on my back. It has been a bumpy ride for sure, and if you find more than 100 meters straight, you're lucky really. It's a long trip, and it is what it is. That's the way to El Nido, unless you want to fly from Manila, but that is going to be an expensive option. I had to walk around the place we stopped. It's called Alfredos, and it's actually quite nice. Probably you can see here on my back. It's a nice lake, and what you can do, you can have also a breakfast, and mostly is Filipino breakfast, which means usually rice with some sort of meat or fish or veggies. It's a nice location to spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, relax a little bit for the second part of the trip, direction Puerto. And I expect another bumpy ride, but that's the only way to go to El Nido from Puerto. There is no other way. Okay, see you in Puerto. And that's it about this video on the trip between Nido and Puerto Princesa. The van actually took only 5 hours, so less than I thought, especially compared to the bus option, which takes between 7 and 8 hours. And the reason it takes more time is because it stops in other towns along the way, and not only in the restaurant halfway through. The van is also quicker, which takes me to another point. The trip is a little bit more dangerous in my opinion, because the driver is very fast, and in our case was very fast, especially in the second part of the trip. The first stop in Puerto is at the airport, so it can be quite handy if you need to take a flight. My suggestion here is to always leave a buffer of 2-3 hours, because the van trip can take between 5 and 7 hours based on traffic, based on the weather condition, and based also on the driver, obviously. After the airport, the van goes to the city center, where it's gonna leave you at your hotel or in the city center itself, in case you don't have an hotel already booked. So this is it about the trip. I hope you like the video, and thumb up in case. Subscribe to the channel. I have recorded other videos about Palawan, Puerto Princesa, El Nido and Coron, and how to get to Palawan. So check out the playlist, and see you soon in the next video.